I gotta figure out what plants I'm missing so I can get the achievement for this. So anyway, I just wanted to do a video and talk about some thoughts I had about the game. And so just a heads up, this this video will have some spoilers, like major spoilers. So if you haven't solved the game yet, actually just click away, because you deserve to play the game unspoiled as much as possible and have fun and enjoy it. So really, just click away. Having said that, I just wanted to go over some thoughts about this game. I don't hate the game. I really like this game. I think they really nailed a lot of things in this game. Like, they did a good job. Like, I understand there was some initial pain points and game crashes on PC and some other systems, so you know, I understand those issues. I was very lucky. I had minimal issues with PS5. Like, there was some stuff, but nothing game breaking or bad enough that it ruined the game for me. So again, I was very blessed with that. And I understand, many different Star Wars fans like many different things. You can never really truly get a clear consensus among Star Wars fans about what a great piece of Star Wars media is, and have them all agree about that. It's just very rare. And even then, there's people that just don't agree, and that's fine. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes. So if you truly think this game's flawless and just enjoy every single thing about this, then I'm really truly happy for you. Honestly, truly. Again, I really like this game, but there's just thoughts that won't leave me about this game that I can still continue to think about, and so that's why I had to make this video. So, like, where to start? Like, I really feel like they really nailed what Star Wars is this game. Like, they did that with Fallen Order, and there were some flaws here and there with that, but they did a good job, honestly, truly, compared to what we've been given in the past for Star Wars games. Like, usually the really good ones are few and far between. There's been a lot of crap games. And some people may disagree. They may think that they've all been bangers, whatever. So, like I said, everybody's got different tastes. But in regards to this particular game, that the thought won't leave me alone is, I feel like Coruscant is the only level that feels TM like Star Wars. I love the rest of the game, but with a few exceptions, the rest of the game feels very video gamey rather than Star Wars, and Jedha is like the prime example of that. Like, there were some parts I really loved on Jedha. To be clear, but it just overall felt like Uncharted, Prince of Persia, than Star Wars. It was just a lot of platforming, a lot of video gaming stuff, and it felt like the weakest level in regards to story than any other of the set pieces, which I think is why they felt they had to bring in Darth Vader for that level. Yeah, it completed Seer's story, but it felt unnecessary and just like a nostalgia grab to me personally. Like Seer, I felt deserved her own story or maybe an expanded chapter on that. And for them to kind of squeeze that in, have her close her chapter with Vader, I felt like it cheapened that a little bit, to be honest, because it wasn't given the care and attention I felt it deserved. And in my previous video, I said that, you know, it felt like, you know, a nostalgia grab, and like the story wasn't confident enough in their own story to stand on its own 2 feet, that they had to bring in Vader to really cement that, hey, yeah, this is Star Wars, wink, wink. So, yeah. And then I felt like they spent so much time, effort, and game dev on Jedi and some of these video gamey platforming stuff. To, you know, and I understand it's a fine line to balance between telling a Star Wars story and realizing you're playing a video game, so there's certain elements that have to be there for, you know, it to be a video game, for everybody to have fun and engage with people that way. I get that. And nobody's ever going to be pleased, honestly. So I completely, you know, like I said, this is really a nitpicky video. And again, I really like this game. I think it's great. And I think it really contributes to Star Wars lore. I would really love to see this become incorporated in the live action mythos. But I feel like they sacrificed so much for those video game elements, the platforming and on Jeddah, and the size and scope of Jeddah and Koboh, that some other elements were constrained in response. And the game's strongest points are when it focuses on Cal and the High Republic, in my opinion. Excuse me. The game opened up strong. You get to Jeddah, and there's the mystery of where the hell are you, and what's going on here. And then you find Z, and you're pulled into that mystery. And it turns out that it's a mystery in regards to the High Republic, an era that we haven't really seen in media a lot. Oh, I think my game bugged. That's so funny. I was praising PS5 and then that happened. Oh, the High Republic. So I feel like it really should have focused more and condensed on that plot point with Ravis and Dan Guran than expanding out into the other plot point, because it felt padded and tacked on, in my opinion. And it was very good. Like, I totally, for my part, I never saw that coming. To see Bo's betrayal like that actually really hurt me. Like, that was your bro. That was your bro, and it really impacted me to see that he was a traitor the whole time. And, but in regards to that too, it's like, you know, the thread back to my original point is, I felt like the story was impacted a little bit by them focusing so much on platforming and video game elements. And I really, really wish that they had spent more time on character story. Like, I want to know more about Bode. I want to know more about what Marin was doing in the meantime. And like I said earlier, what had happened to Seer, given more time to Seer, so that time, I mean, if they were gonna actually have to insist on fighting Vader, that would feel more impactful because you spent more time and seeing stuff from Seer's point of view. Like, it felt kind of rushed to me because they were concentrating so much on the levels and the set pieces, in my opinion. And like I said, Jeddah really did not need to be that big. It just did not. Really, truly did not.
Hey, seeds. We should try planting these back in the garden.
I just think that they could have streamlined some more and had a stronger game if they could have like tweaked the story and the characters and had more interactions. Like, that would have been so cool if not only you got more backstory and expansion of your companions in the game, but also that they interact more with each other. I think you only saw them interact when you were on your ship traveling somewhere and they interacted. Or, you know, it was just too brief. I think they should have expanded on that. And it just, to me, like, the reason why that I've been nitpicky about this and thinking about this is like 150 gigabyte game for PS5 after everything's all said and done. That's a big fucking game. I'm sorry, that's just huge. And that could have been used for streamlining the story, expanding the story, character interactions, character arcs, having them do their own mini story within the story. You play as Bode, or you play as this or that, or having more interactions between Cal and them. And it just felt like all these grand set pieces were at the expense of that. And I've seen reviews where they said that, you know, they had more fun building the saloon than, you know, the story, which they also praised, but they're like, yeah, I just had more fun building the saloon because that was something really continues, you know. And and I get that because you know, they said they had more fun building their saloon and the story was just not as good as it could be. And I kind of understand that because what I said earlier, that I just, oh, here it is. Like, I don't know, it felt like if you were gonna do a sleepy, kind of like farm simulation kind of thing on Koboh, they could have done that and people would have been totally happy because you don't really get slice of life or adventures that aren't, you know, in the grand scheme of things fighting the Empire. So I think there might be a fan hunger for that. Just, you know, some dude on some adventure on some backwater planet. And, you know, the focus of the story isn't the rebellion and the Empire and stuff. I think there would be a huge appreciation for that. So I get that. But yeah, this is what I've been thinking about. I just, you know, you have this 150 gig file size on PS5, and it's just huge, 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 huge. And this is just one planet. Huge, right? And I feel like some of this could have been trimmed and focused more on plot points, to be honest. This is just more like showing off technical mastery, I guess. Like, look at all the cool things we can do, and level design and stuff like that. And it almost truly is vast open world. And so I get that, but I think something, especially in today's gaming, something a little more streamlined or hub-based. I would have rather had something maybe smaller in scale, and then have different planets to visit. Maybe, like, not quite Mass Effect 2, but a little bigger and something similar. I think that would have been cool. But that's just my 2 cents. What else? I don't know where you came from, buddy. But yeah, that's just what I've been thinking about, and I wanted to put that out there because everybody's either blowing the reviews because it's Star Wars, everything's awesome, or, you know, it's still nitpicky over the game crashes and technical issues that it's still working through, which is a valid criticism, but I didn't really see anybody talking about the story and the plot points and did this work or did this not work, and I think it was really good. Like I said, it's really good. I think it needs to be incorporated into the main canon Star Wars mythos. I would love to see the live action. That would be cool. But yeah, I just think some of it could have been tightened a bit more and not been so focused on the big maps and exploration. I think it was like almost too big. But anyway, that was it. I just wanted to talk about that. So thanks for listening.